Hello, I'm Sharon McCracken and I'm the Sustainable Ambassador Coordinator for Glasgow Store. I volunteered for this position because I was really excited about learning about all the things that we do for the environment, for sustainability, and then also I was really interested in how we can engage our customers and our co-workers in everything that IKEA does. So even if it's about how a product's made to be more efficient for travel, or how products can help with reduced waste costs or energy cost, I found it really interesting, and I really wanted to see how we could get our co-workers engaged and excited about it. And the project hasn't failed because I'm really excited, and every time I meet a sustainable ambassador and hear all their stories, it's just brilliant. And the next part of it is to how we get that enthusiasm and that excitement onto the shop floor.
Hi, I'm Aileen, the Marketing Manager for Glasgow IKEA, and we've been given this great opportunity of being Sustainable Ambassadors within the store.
Hi, I'm Aileen. I'm the Home Organisation Shopkeeper here in Glasgow, and I'm also one of the Sustainable Ambassadors for the store. And I chose to be on the Sustainable programme because I've got quite a lot of sustainable products in my department, or products that can be used for waste management. So I wanted to really get to know them, to be able to tell my customers and my co-workers. But also I thought it was a really good opportunity to start kind of thinking more about it in my personal life.
My name's Angela. I'm the store staff planner. I'm part of the sustainability group.
Hello, my name is Betty Gowers and I'm Sustainability Ambassador for IKEA Glasgow, and my department is Business Navigation. I am one of them, and I'm here to rock your world as LED has rocked mine. My project is called Living with Teenagers, as any parents will know that having teenagers at home, they would like to have all the lights on during the day, during the night, anytime. But because I am passionate about electricity, I'm passionate about the environment, and I'm passionate about keeping our natural resources for the next generation. That is why I got involved, and I'm passionate about electricity. I'm passionate about saving our planet, but at the same time being cost conscious about it.
Hey there, my name is Dougie Fraser. I'm the Facility Manager for the Glasgow store. I heard about the sustainability group and I was very excited about it because sustainability is a big part of my job in IKEA.
Hey, I'm Fran. I'm the Customer Relations Manager for the store and one of the Sustainability Ambassadors. And the reason I wanted to join the group was, first of all, because I was intrigued by it. I couldn't believe that such a huge investment was going into it. Couldn't really believe it. All seemed a bit too good to be true. And also, my children are actually really into the whole recycling and learn all about it at school, so they bring a lot of that home, so that's kind of piqued my interest. Also from a recycling perspective, our council has in the last year become really proactive, and we've had to start really focusing on recycling, because otherwise all my rubbish won't fit in our bin, which is a nightmare because as a family of 4 we generate a lot of rubbish.
Hiya, my name is Gina, and in IKEA Glasgow I am the Sustainability Specialist. It means a lot, it means an awful lot to me because I'm the only sustainability person in the store up until now. Now I have 12 great ambassadors that can help me spread the word to all the co-workers and customers that come through the door. I'm part of this project, Sustainable Life at Home, with a group of really enthusiastic co-workers that want to make a difference to our customers' lives, as well as helping our co-workers understand a better life at home as well.
Hi, my name's Hayley. I work in the bath shop at the moment, and then I'm moving to recovery soon.
My name's Marcella McKean. I'm a Sustainability Ambassador for Glasgow. At the moment, I'm concentrating on recycling and reducing waste within our household. We live in a very small flat, 1-bedroomed, and we're looking for items that will save space, be quite affordable, located in our hall ideally. We've opted for Trone's wall-mounted storage, which holds Dimpa bags inside. We've got one that has plastics, one that has glass, and one that has tins. It's located in our hall so that we can literally grab a bag, run out and take it straight to the recycling centre. I've also opted for some Trofast wall storage units, and within them we keep smaller items that we can take to the supermarket to recycle. So we've got batteries, we've got old LED lights, and also cartridges for the printer. At the moment, the recycling now, it's all clearly labelled, it's all tidied away, well organised. Previously, we had newspapers that built up in the lounge, we had boxes of recycling just cluttering up the hall. So now that everything's organised and clean and all tidied away, we're recycling a lot more.
I've got two mascot products. The first is the Sortera waste bin, and the second is a really beautiful rug, the Alhead rug. And it's made my living room very warm. We've got laminate flooring, so it can be quite chilly in the winter, but the rug is pure wool. So it's very warm, it's very soft, and it's just kind of opened up our living room. So even the way that we've displayed our furniture now is different from the way we had it before. So it's more open, and it's more kind of relaxed, and it's more cosy. It's a Sortera waste bin, and I've got 3 of them, and already I've shown the kids how to recycle, so they're doing plastic, paper and glass. The children are loving the products, because initially when I brought them home, they just thought I went out and bought lots of really nice things from IKEA. Then we made a little video and explained what the products were and why we had them and why we were recycling and why we were trying to be sustainable and kind of what that meant. So that's been a really good opportunity to kind of share that with the kids, and now they understand it's not just IKEA being really nice and giving us all this stuff, but there's a purpose to it as well, and kind of they've been a wee part of that, so that's really nice for them.
The products that I have chosen are a Routenard oven and a Adam rug. The oven has lots of functionality. My old oven didn't have a seal around it, didn't have the temperature dial. So now that I've got all these functions, I'm able to cook at the right temperature. My rug keeps them nice and cozy. I had tile floors, so they were very cold, so it's nice to have a nice warm rug.
I've picked a few products, but my 2 biggest products and the biggest impact that it's made so far is the cowhide rug, and we've bought that for under my dining table, and I have a cellar underneath my house, and it's very cold in the winter and all through the year actually if it drops temperature at night. So we've now named the cowhide Doris, and Doris has made herself very homely, very at home in her house. She's a bit of a cow. She lies under the dining table and she keeps her feet very nice and warm. We've done a Doris test, and Doris, we put our 1 foot on Doris and 1 foot on the wooden floor, and you can tell the difference. And because she's natural fibre and not man-made, then the cowhide keeps the room very warm. We've had to drop the temperature a wee bit of the radiators, so it's all lovely. And my other big product is the LED spotlights. I have 11 of them in between the kitchen and the living room, and we turned them all off with the normal lights in, and our normal rating of energy was £28 a month if they were running continuously. And then we switched on the lights and it went to £71 a month. After that we changed it to the LED bulbs, and that went from £28 a month to £31 a month with the lights on, so a total saving of £40. So we're all excited in the house to turn the heating down, saving on gas and saving on electricity, so I don't need to shout anymore when the lights are left on.
I will speak about fridge freezer first. Fridge freezer is called the Lagan one, and is one of our range, really lower cost £279, but it uses only 302 watts, which means less than £50 a year to run. And it's beautiful, and it's just simple, sleek and tall, just the way I like it.
The products I chose to be part of this project is essentially about heating, because we live in such a cold country, but a beautiful country. I picked an IKEA 365 duvet, which I think is probably my favourite product that I picked. And the reason for that is, you know, it's thin, it's only 9 tog. It was really lightweight to take home. The packaging was brilliant because it was rolled right up in polythene, so it can be recycled straight away. And when I put it on my bed, when I went to bed that night, I felt as though I was in a brand new bed sleeping. And I'd never thought about it before, but I always thought the mattress would make the difference, or the way the bed frame was would make the difference. I didn't really take into account that your duvet cover could make a difference to the way you slept. But since I've put that duvet on, I have slept so much more soundly. Whether it's because I'm not as chilly, because I'm slightly warmer, or, you know, I just don't know, but all I know is it has made it so much easier for me to get a decent night's sleep, which was a hard thing to do in the past. So that's been really, really good for me.
So we got obviously the opportunity to purchase sustainability goods from IKEA, and I had to think about it and thought what I need in the flat. So I've got the new oven, I've got the new dishwasher and fridge freezer. So I decided to go for quilts, curtains, blinds and a large rug for the living room. And what a difference it's made to the heating costs. The big rug in the living room's on a laminate floor, so it's obviously nice and warm now rather than the cold laminate floor. All the blinds and curtains have been fitted and the rooms are total darkness. I think I was late for work one morning because I thought it was the middle of the night. And the kids love it. They think the quilts are fantastic. They're nice and warm in their beds at night. We've seen a big difference in the heating bills.
I bought a beautiful Stockholm rug and some really lovely heavy lined curtains for my living room, which has got a really wide bay window and is a 1930s house, so also has a lot of drafts and is very cold. And when you're sitting on the sofa, you can feel like a wind coming in through underneath the window seat, because I only had really thin curtains on. And I also got some recycling, the Dimper recycling bags. They're only like £4, and you get 5 different bags, and it just fixed them underneath my cupboard where I put all the recycling. It's really neat and tidy now. So the funny thing was, as soon as I got all the stuff home, my husband said, well, that's a con. They only just want you to have nice stuff in your house and advertise their products. I was like, exactly. And it's sustainable, and it'll save us money. And as a family, we're going to have a nicer life because we'll be warmer and we'll have more money in our pockets. And then my children, the first thing they did was roll around on the rug. They said, Mum, can we roll on the rug? That's what they wanted to do, was just roll on the rug. So they now roll on the rug every day. So they're enjoying themselves. And ways it's changed was instantly in our living room, was so much more comfortable. Visually, it was softer and felt cosier. And the draft has stopped because of my nice new curtains with the lining. And the rug, although it's laminate flooring like this, it's unbelievable how much warmer the room is. So that's been the instant kind of impact. The slight negative is that I have to hoover the rug sometimes twice a day at the weekend. So I'm thinking, yes, it's really sustainable, it's saving me money in heating, but I have to use the hoover now sometimes twice a day. Even my husband hoovers the rug because it's so quite dark and plush, and so any single crumb goes on it, so we have to use the hoover a lot. So I'm thinking electricity for the hoover versus electricity for heating. Time will tell.
The products that I got with my Sustainable Life at Home voucher were 2 rugs, one for my living room, one for my dining room. I got a new duvet, I got a throw for my bed, and a copper extension lead that I'm going to use behind my TV unit. The thing that I've noticed the biggest change on actually is the copper extension lead. I've split the things up behind my TV, so now the only things that are on continuously are the broadband unit and the Virgin TV box. So they're on all the time. But my TV, my printer, my DVD player and the Wii are now on only if I'm actually using them. And I've realised that I'm saving 1 pence an hour, which doesn't sound like a lot, but over the course of a year, that's £80 a year, which is just stuff that's on standby. So that's pretty good. And I'm trying to work out at the moment how much money I'm saving by turning my heating down using my new rugs and the new duvet and the new throw. So that would be good as well.
So a little bit about what I've been, the products that I've picked. Well, one of them was Colour, which is a £1.75 little lunchbox. And if I show my shame, this is what I used to put my son's lunch in, and it's a plastic bag, and I never even realised that it wasn't even recyclable, which is, I was shocked when I found out that it wasn't. And this is exactly the same price as this, which is £1.75. In fact, I think it's even £2 for this. So now, not only do I can give my son his lunch in something that's really durable and will last for years, but is exactly the same price as something that's not recyclable, and then also is £1.75 to £2 and only lasts for 60 days.
I suppose when you live at home with children, it's always difficult, and I have mostly hard floors in the house due to spillages of juice and sweeties and spaghetti hoops and, you know, things that can't come out the carpets. So my decision was to have hard floors, which do get cold. So the other thing that I treated myself to with my gift card was a massive big rug for the living room. I put that down, and at first it looked really weird because I used to just have bare floors, and then this big massive rug appeared. But you know, it's actually really, really good, and I don't know whether it's in your head or whether it really happens, but you feel cosier when you're sitting watching the telly and you're snuggled up on the couch and you've got the rug there and the fire's on, and it just makes it feel so much more cosier and not as echoey. So maybe that's why that it feels like that as well.
My second choice were the LED lights, of course, and it's called the Tibet lights and the Haga ceiling lights. For me to be used those products in a living situation, I wanted to try them so I can show to the customers, I can show the co-workers how we can use those 3 headlights only to create a different atmosphere in your living room or wherever the light is going to be used. So the changes I brought to my home especially is absolutely amazing. I can say I can talk to my 19-year-old boy and my 17-year-old daughter in the same room at the same time, which is a miracle. It's amazing. But also it's not only brought us all together as a family, but as well they are aware and bringing them to make more aware of our environment, our role as I would say, administrators of the environment. Because every changes we can make at home will impact straight away to the next generation. So my children know now that LED light is #1 priority in our home. Switching off the lights as well, save money, not wasting water, and the fridge freezer is stocked up once a week, and we are not going to waste food because we have all our containers as well in place set there for them.
My recycling boxes are really good because they neaten everything up, and they mean I don't have to go out into the garden as much because I've got a big massive one now for plastic. So I just load that up, and I only have to go out about once every 3 days as opposed to once a day in the freezing cold.
And then I've also I purchased a tap, and I wanted to see if it actually would make the difference. All our IKEA taps have a filter, and which means that it reduces the amount of water that you use. And I kind of thought, well, how can that work? So I put a test, and my son had to clean his teeth into a jug of water so we could measure how much water we used from one tap to the other. And the old tap is 7 litres of water just to clean your teeth for 2 minutes. And then the new tap takes 2 litres of water to clean your teeth for 2 minutes. And so for me, That's massive. That's a huge difference. That's over half just by using a different tap.
I also purchased some LED light fittings myself a few months ago, and I've fitted them throughout the house. Obviously they were quite expensive at the time. I think I paid up to £100 for one, but I worked out the payback in years, and I've paid for the fittings in about 8 months' time. Obviously then I'll have a big reduction in my energy costs. After the LED lighting, probably my next one would be recycling. I don't do it and I feel bad about it, but going forward hopefully buy some recycling bins, talk to some of the other ambassadors who are doing recycling, and then go forward with recycling. So that's my next task.
It's funny because it actually has, because I think the group is all talking about lots of different things now, it's really got my interest. So for example, Doogie's been talking about how much energy a flat screen TV uses, which is amazing. I couldn't believe it's only like 30 quid a year or something, and I went home and I told my family that, and they're like, really? So little things like that, it's got us talking about it. It's also got my friends talking about it, because one, they can't believe that IKEA's been so generous as to do this as an experiment. So they're well impressed with that, and they're also, I think, I would probably never have spoken about the sustainable benefits of home furnishings before. I would always just have thought about the visual and the comfort, but now it's really, really made me think about it. And I've got, I bought quite a lot of LED lights as well for the kids' rooms and things. So yeah, the plan would be, now that we're all talking about it as a group and you see how much money people are saving with the other things, is to invest in that as well.
We'll definitely carry on with having sustainable products. We've also got the LED lights. And although my house is very old, so I can only put it in the lamps and some of the lights in the house, there's a massive difference already, and no other people in the project have used the LED bulbs, and they've seen a huge difference to their electricity output. And also what we started doing as well is just being more aware of things like our water, which we've discussed as a group before, just things like presuming that because we live in Scotland, we've got an endless supply of rainwater. However, if we didn't live in Scotland, we wouldn't have that water. So it's just being more aware of the resources we have and how we use them as a household, but also as a company.
So over the past 4 weeks, I've managed to reduce my waste by over 14 kilograms, which is a fair whack. So we're quite proud of that. Also, we've started, I suppose it's kind of changed my mindset with recycling. I'm starting to recycle a lot more, and I'm starting to actually think about the materiality of things and if I can recycle them. We've also managed to repurpose some of the recycling to use. I'm a keen gardener, so I use quite a lot of plastic bottles as cloches in my allotment, or I might use egg cartons to then hold my potatoes for chitting before I plant them out. I've also managed to use my Trofast to grow some seedlings as well, and I think the project has been great. It's been such a success. I've thoroughly enjoyed it.
I try and do the 3-minute showers, and we have lots of fun timing each other in the house. And I think just having the family involved and doing the 3-minute showers, which is great. And even the fact, you know, for water, just thinking about when you brush your teeth, you know, you don't leave the taps on now. So it's really just taking an interest in the environment, and thinking about all the things that we can do to save money and save energy and waste and things like that.
We also wanted to engage the co-workers with the bonus and actually what we can do to affect our bonus, because money talks in Glasgow. People have had it hard, and every penny counts. So we talked about the bonus, and just if you switch off the lights in this room, for example, this meeting room, you can save £50. So that is massive. By not leaving the lights on for a whole 24 hours, you can save money in this, and just by switching one switch off. And that goes onto the bottom line, which affects our bonus. So even if you have no interest in sustainability whatsoever, which I found incredibly hard to believe, but everybody would love the bonus. so so everybody can play even the very smallest part.
I feel that the daily small changes that you can make has a huge impact.
Small changes make a big difference.
I just also like to add that small changes make a big difference.
Small changes make such a big difference.
So small changes have made a big difference.
All it takes is just a small change and it can have a massive impact in your house.